This is Prime7 News at 6:30 with Daniel Gibson.
Tonight, the horrific killing caught on camera. What was this driver thinking and why did he kill a 61-year-old woman? A multi-million-dollar compensation claim in a notorious miscarriage of justice. Why the government is using renewable energy money to fund clean coal. And the astonishing heavy hitting which brutalised the Aussie cricketers. Good evening. Police are delving into the background of the man involved in an awful highway crash south of Perth, hoping to discover why he apparently went berserk, killing an unsuspecting driver. They're talking to witnesses who say he seemed to have a psychotic episode while camping on a beach.
It was 15 minutes of terror for oncoming drivers and those behind.
Elsa Coppolina is live outside the Bunbury Regional Hospital for us tonight. What condition is Jenny's passenger in?
We're told the 54-year-old woman who was a passenger in the RAV4 is now in a stable condition here at Bunbury Hospital after suffering life-threatening injuries in the highway rampage. Flower tributes have been left at the crash site as the community mourns the loss of 61-year-old Jenny Pratt. Meanwhile, 2 hours north, the 45-year-old man who was behind the wheel of the Land Cruiser is fighting for his life in Royal Perth Hospital. No charges have been laid at this stage as police wait to be able to speak with him.
Terribly sad. Elsa Coppolina live in Bunbury. Thank you. It was one of the country's most notorious murder cases, but 5 years ago, Gordon Wood walked free from jail after his conviction for murdering his girlfriend was quashed on appeal. Well, now he's back in court claiming the police case against him was flawed and ridiculous and is suing the state for millions of dollars.
Gordon Wood back in court, but this time he has launched the legal action.
I can't comment while we're in court.
A man had to be winched to safety after falling off a cliff in Sydney South overnight. The 25-year-old plunged 20 metres down a rock face at the back of his parents' house just after midnight. It took almost 5 hours to get him to safety. He's in a stable condition in St George Hospital. Well, eating a pie at the footy could be under threat in a new push by health experts to combat Australia's growing weight problem. A 47-point plan has been released, including a ban on fast food at sporting events and a sugar tax. But opponents say it just goes too far.
In a bakery where they produce 40,000 meat pies a day, you'd expect they'd be unhappy with talk of a ban.
It's un-Australian to say that, to say the least.
Still to come, the successful rocket launch by a private space company and Sweden's confusion about a supposed terror attack that's, well, been described by President Trump. Firefighters are deeply disappointed at a lack of respect shown by a young boy who threw chunks of cement at their fire truck in Sydney. He and his friends were standing in the middle of a busy road ready to strike when the crew drove past on an emergency call-out.
These boys were up to no good, questioned by police last night after one of them, just 12 years old, pelted a fire truck with large chunks of cement.
Well, a space exploration company, SpaceX, has successfully launched a rocket following a mission that ended in disaster last September. A cargo capsule is on its way to the International Space Station filled with plants that could provide food for a future mission to Mars. Donald Trump has been interviewing candidates to replace his sacked national security advisor while finessing his new immigration policy. But publicly, the president is again on the defence after listing Sweden among countries affected by terror in a speech that has officials there scratching their heads.
It was during a speech to his party faithful when Donald Trump made a statement that had Sweden asking for a please explain.
Still to come, the heavy hitting which consigned Australia to a T20 series defeat, and the NRL stars are out of hibernation and pressing the flesh against the season start. Sport is next.
Tonight's sport brought to you by Hyundai i30, now in run out.
The NRL season kicks off in less than a fortnight, which signals the start of the community carnival. And so some of the players went back to school today. It was an extra special visit for Malaya Cleary at Emu Plains School, who got to show off her big brother and Panthers star Nathan.
At 19, Panthers star Nathan Cleary is king of the kids.
It's pretty surreal and I just try to be the best role model I can.
It was anything but a typical Monday for 1 Year 5 student at Our Lady of the Way at Emu Plains. Malaya Cleary's big brother was taking charge.
Cricket, it's not quite crisis time yet, but Australia is in the middle of its worst ever T20 losing streak at home. The Aussies have now dropped 5 straight, including another last ball thriller to Sri Lanka, which wrapped up the series with an improbable win.
The Aussies arrived in Adelaide for Wednesday's dead rubber, wondering where it all went wrong.
We've lacked and we probably hasn't played well in them big moments, and they've cost us 2 games to go down to the last ball. It's been close and nail ball.
Still to come, a look at all of tomorrow's weather details and a weather photo tonight. Well done to John Harwood. Thanks so much for that. If you've got a weather photo, you know that we love to see them. There's the email. Send them in.
Hi everyone, Guy Fenton here with your national weather. I hope you had a great weekend. For the southeast of the country at the moment, things are feeling quite a bit cooler at the moment, aren't they? And we're finally getting quite a break from the heat that our summer has been dealing us. Even some summer snow last night around alpine parts of the northeast of Victoria, so quite a cooler change. It has been mostly sunny though across New South Wales today and also Victoria. We have seen a lot of cloud though up around the Gulf of Carpentaria, and that is associated with Tropical Cyclone Alfred at the moment. That has been bringing very wet and gusty conditions, and a lot of action being taken up there in response to that system. For the southeast of the country though, we have been seeing some cooler temperatures. That's as we've been getting a burst of some cooler winds coming up from the Southern Ocean. Now conditions are looking to stay settled and sunny for most of New South Wales over the next few days, but as we get a high pressure system move more east, that will bring a lot more heat for the state right throughout the week really. Taking a closer look at temperatures tomorrow, we are still seeing things quite a bit cooler around Orange and Wagga. Pretty cool nights there, lows of 4 and 7. A bit cool, well, cool nights still for Tamworth and Moree, but daytime temperatures starting to increase slightly, a top of 32 degrees for Tamworth. Daytime temps along the coast still looking pretty comfortable as well, and it should be a mostly dry day tomorrow. Sydney will see a top of 27 degrees and a mostly sunny day. Melbourne staying pretty cool with a top of 23, and Brisbane still quite warm with a top of 30. Looking ahead to Wednesday, most of New South Wales and Victoria getting a little bit hotter, Daniel, and building even more towards the end of the week.
Good on you, Guy. Catch you again tomorrow. Well, that is your news for this Monday, the 20th of February. We'll leave you tonight with some very cute lion cubs seen for the very first time in public at Werribee Zoo. Aren't they gorgeous? Thanks so much again for your company. I'm Daniel Gibson. Till I see you again, have a great night. Bye for now. Don't you just want to cuddle them? Hooroo.